The following program is rated mature. It may contain strong, coarse language, violence, and other mature content not appropriate for children under 17. The views expressed in this program may not represent those of this cable station or its employees.
It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, so grab a seat and you just might see something really great. You've got the time, it's not too late to watch a show that will give you laughs and giggles and thrills. There's nothing that they haven't tried, 'cause everything tastes great when it's deep fried. So lock your doors and sit right down. There is no better place to go, 'cause it's time for the Not So Late Show.
Intro music. Well, you don't hear that?
I just figured it's in your head.
Again?
That's what happens when you work here for
Damn
a
it!
decade and a half.
Music's in my head.
That's
It's a good
okay.
tune, though.
It is a good tune. We should never get it replaced because, well, we don't have or want to have the money in order to replace it.
Nah, it's probably more lazy than anything.
Yeah.
But it's a good tune. Why would you want to replace it?
I wouldn't. I like it very much. Brad, wherever he may be, did a very good job in finding the dude and making the dude make music.
Yeah, it is like, I want to know the story about it. Because I don't know the story about how he actually found the guy. I'm assuming it was just looking guy, internet, make music. Search. That guy.
Guy make music for us. Oh, there's one. Yay!
Ooh. My phone.
Or are you just happy to see me?
No, just my phone.
Oh,
Actually, I should mute that so it doesn't do that again.
well, anyway, welcome to everybody to another fantastically scintillating episode of the Not So Late Show.
I was going to say ill-prepared, but...
That's just normal. I mean, it's not like that's like what? They're not prepared. They don't know what the hell they're doing for the next 90 minutes
Yeah,
of our lives.
we said, yeah, we should probably do the show about 3 seconds before it went on. Actually, it was before. The intro was already running, and we were like, oh, we're on?
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, did the switcher already go live?
We should probably sit down.
Oh, hell. So it's been a very depressing week.
It has.
It
Yeah,
really
actually,
has.
it has.
A lot of people.
I was going to ask why, but I've remembered why.
Yeah, a lot of people boxed up. Some people I never heard of.
Boxed up?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a medical services term.
Medical service.
Yeah.
Boxed up.
Boxed up.
To be returned or shipped.
Return to sender.
That's so wrong.
And, you
Please
know,
address all emails to
the Not So
the
Late
Not
Show.
So Late Show at
NSLSTV@gmail.com because no one ever emails us anyhow, so it doesn't matter. You can do
say
whatever you
hi.
want.
Say you suck.
That's true.
Say what the hell is going on.
So I'm gonna
Don't
go
look at Twitter because that hasn't been updated.
ever.
Pat.
I know where Pat is.
Not here.
True. So
He didn't
unfortunately,
box up, did he?
no.
Okay, that's good.
Well, maybe, but who knows?
No, all right.
Yeah, a lot of people passed
Yeah.
away this in a week.
Well, I only
Just in a week.
well I know well actually 3, and the third I can't name aside from saying Celine Dion's.
Yeah, that's one of them. Renee Angelil.
Mm-hmm.
That was one. Again, that's Celine Dion's husband.
Oh, my God, it's a mess.
A guy.
Keith Hernandez
Keith Hernandez, did he?
and Alan Ruck.
Well, no. Everybody somebody like that was a confusion. 'Cause I told him Alan Rickman died. He's like, oh great, now everybody's gonna think Alan Ruck died. That was in Ferris Bueller.
So
I'm not dead.
Renee Angelil, the husband of Celine Dion. Lemmy, who is the frontman for Motorhead.
Oh, that was like 3 weeks ago.
I just heard about it today.
Well, that was 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
That was last year technically. And the drummer for Motorhead died like 3 or 4 months before that.
That's unfortunate. A guy named Michael Galeota. He was a Disney star.
Okay.
He's younger than me.
Oh,
Gone. Yeah.
that sucks.
Doug might know this one. Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah, that's a sad story.
I don't know what the whole story. Was he in jail?
He was in jail. He was a star running back. The coach at the time in the mid-'90s said he needs football to help him through life. He's a very troubled young man, and there was a lot of problems. He went pro. He got arrested. Everybody says, hey, I told you so. Got arrested time and again. Years later, still in prison. Yes, found dead.
That microphone works really well because he was nowhere near that. That's a horrible story, though.
It is. So unfortunately, he was found dead. We don't know if he was murdered or committed suicide or what the deal is. But the two more notable ones was David Bowie,
David Bowie.
which is a huge loss, and Alan Rickman.
Also a huge loss.
Yeah, both huge losses there. David Bowie, known for
Being David Bowie.
yeah, exactly. Sci-fi music.
He's David Bowie.
David effing Bowie, and yeah.
Strangely, for as
Strangely.
many David Bowie references there are on Venture Brothers, I could not find any. Their Twitter account. They apparently don't tweet very often. The Venture Brothers guys. I thought they'd be like, "Oh man, that sucks." I'm sure they thought that, but no references. By the way, Venture Brothers, end of the month.
Yes, January 28th or something.
It's
29th?
26th, 27th. It's like the midnight on that Sunday, whatever the Sunday is.
Yeah. Let me see.
Now it's Saturday into Sunday, not Sunday into Monday. Or is it Sunday into Monday? That's a good question.
I think it's Sunday to Monday.
Season 6, that's what we know.
So let's see. Things you would know Alan Rickman for.
Galaxy Quest. Harry Potter.
He's got a holy Jesus.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
The King at the Ren Fair in Doug's favorite episode of King of the Hill. Gas Man! That was a horrible accent. Anyway.
Other things he was in are Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, right. How'd I forget that?
I don't know.
Yeah, but his life has now been boiled down to Harry Potter star, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is. He was in
He's so
every
smart.
one of them.
What is it, Dogma? Was that what it was
Oh,
called?
Dogma, yeah. Dogma.
Oh yeah, he played.
He is the Metatron. Metronome.
I'm trying to think of her name. Holy Jeebus.
Whose name? He
Alanis
didn't play her.
Morissette. It was Alanis Morissette's sidekick, basically.
Her voice.
All right.
That's what I said.
I like my words better. Let's see, what else did he do? Truly, Madly, Deeply. I've heard of it, never seen it. Alice in Wonderland 2010 edition. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Beep.
Did you really wait that long
Yes, I
to do that
did.
one Dogma reference?
Wasn't it Boop?
Whatever! It was either honk, but that wasn't honk.
I actually can't remember. I can't remember.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
That one I get. Alice in Wonder. Just this
Was he
year.
in Alice in Wonderland?
This-
the one coming
The one
out?
that's just coming out. He was
Oh.
in that. Help, I'm a Fish.
Help! I'm a fish and I'm in a tank! I have no idea what that film's about.
And Romeo and Juliet, evidently in 1978.
Who'd he play?
Uh,
Probably not Juliet.
it was Juliet.
Did he play? He played Prince.
He played T-Ball.
Tybalt.
Yeah, that guy.
T-ball. He played T-ball. He might have played T-ball.
That guy. He's famous.
Did he play T-ball?
He played Tebow?
Yeah, he played Tim
Yeah.
Tebow in the 78 version of Romeo and Juliet.
That would be awesome.
Awesome.
Tebow would die in that, wouldn't he? if we're replacing Tybalt with Tebow, he died, right?
Oh, the game would be over. The movie would be over in like 5 minutes, and everybody would lose.
Couldn't catch a line.
No.
Couldn't throw a line. He could not throw his lines.
So I'm going to get into some geeky news while we're here so we can get off the negative and into the positive. So if you have a Windows machine, you're probably going to notice that every time you turn the damn thing on, it always says, you haven't upgraded to Windows 10 yet. You should upgrade to Windows 10. Hey, you out there. Upgrade to Windows 10. Well, there's good news. You can make it stop doing that. Unfortunately, you have to have almost a rocket scientist degree in computers because you have to go into this little thing we call the registry, and you got to kind
Listen,
of,
it's not that hard.
well, for you it's not, but for
No.
me, it's not super hard. But if you've never done it before,
It's easy.
then, well, for you,
Yeah.
you'd be like, reg edit, enter.
Yep.
Let's start going into all these keys. Okay, you.
Now it's OS X.
Yeah.
Yep,
This one is now a 0. Okay, now it'll stop doing that.
pretty much.
And I keep wanting to upgrade, but I still don't have a good enough graphics card.
I still miss Alan Rickman.
Yeah. It's
Sad.
sad.
He's a really good theater actor, too. Did you know he never watched any of his screen performances at all?
A lot of actors are like that, though.
Not
Because a lot of people are like, "Do you ever watch yourself?" And it's like, "No, I was there."
Yeah, but here's the difference. Those people will be like, I've seen parts of it and whatever. There's a premiere or whatnot. He has never seen any screen role he has ever done.
So-
Especially now.
So, yeah. So no Hans Gruber or nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess it's just,
Mr. Falcon.
I
That's
guess,
actually
I guess
pretty
it's
good.
just personal preference.
I think he had said that he was afraid it would change the way he would start, critiquing himself too much, and he liked what he was doing, so he didn't want to, overanalyze.
Right.
So, there you go.
Huh. That's weird.
What else we got going in tech news, man?
There's actually a decent amount of
Is
stuff for a week.
there? Is there?
Because of our stupid humanness, we're actually going
Wait, just the two of us, or humanity as a whole?
most likely just the two of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
We're actually going to skip an ice age.
Nailed it! Yay!
No more cold for us.
Yeah! Hawaii everywhere. This is our doing. You're welcome.
So because of all the carbon dioxide and all the greenhouse gas and everything.
Or in our case, methane.
yes. Just wait.
Yep.
So they say that.
Dude, yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I got some stuff in me too, so God help you. Anyway, so usually every 50,000 years an ice age comes. It's just the cycle of
Sure.
things. Because of all the crap we've been pumping into the air,
It's the cycle of life.
yeah, now it's 100,000 years.
For a new ice age.
The sequel.
But it won't be coming back. Sorry. I've been sick this whole week, so
So you tried, but
my voice is gone. I can't get those soft high notes because my voice is gone. However, I can
you
get
can still do the ESPN
good
voice.
Radio Man. I'm Radio Man. You're welcome.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
A couple Amazon stories for us.
The Not So Late Show. I don't even have good sick radio voice. This is bullshit.
That's sad, unfortunately.
I know. Normally after you're sick, you can be like, "Hi, ladies. This is good radio voice," except it's raspy and crackly and good radio.
Yeah.
I don't even have that. That's just garbage.
Like the Family Guy episode where Peter was sick and Lois thought he was all hot and sexy and
yeah, that's exactly it.
keep talking to me. That's not her voice, but
I think that's the mother from The Big Bang Theory. Howard!
she's dead.
Is she?
Yeah, she died last year.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Too much death going on. So anyway, Amazon Studios is coming out with another original feature film.
Wait. You say another.
Yes, they've already had one.
What was it?
Chirac.
This sounds like a sci-fi, special.
It's not.
Like Chirac, Chimera in Iraq.
No, it wasn't at all.
Because really, sci-fi is going to pick up on that, and now that I've said that, they will do this. Seriously, somewhere someone is pitching that script right now. Either that or it's a turnaround. One of the two. Either way, be sure to stay tuned for Chirac on Sci-Fi this summer. You like Sharknado? Now try Chirac. Either that or it sounds like something horrible you'd get at Whole Foods.
Or a Spike Lee film.
Or a Spike Lee film.
Which
know,
really
This summer
Yeah, I
from
was gonna say.
Spike Lee, Chirac.
Actually, it was a Spike Lee film. That's why you
Spike
said
Lee
it.
joint.
That's right. So Chirac
Chirac.
was a Spike Lee film. It was a musical drama. It was based
Oh wait,
off
this
of,
is a Spike Lee film.
yes.
Oh.
bird.
It was based on a true story. How all these
Of chimeras in Iraq?
girls in Chicago,
Oh.
and how what was it because their husbands were wanting to go fight? I forget exactly what the premise is.
I can't remember.
Whatever it is, it's going to make the fact that I made fun of it make me just seem like an enormous asshole in about 10 seconds, isn't it? I sense this.
How's it any different from any other episode?
Fair enough.
But
But
anyway,
go on. I'm
So
curious.
basically, the girls, I forget why. It's because the husbands are doing something. So basically, to get them to stop what they're doing, they all go on a sex strike.
Okay.
And they just say, if you're going to keep doing this, we're all cutting you off.
No, I thought this was going to be like a Spike Lee movie about women in Chicago where their husbands were like fighting in Iraq for the country, and yeah, I thought that's where it was going. I was going for that tie-in there. I was afraid I was going to look like a large heel, but now it's just women withholding sex. So now I can be like, that is sci-fi. That is a horror movie.
That is a horror
Ha
movie.
ha!
So that was the
Winner!
that was the first one. The second one that's coming out now is called Patterson, and it's about. You're going to go from one extreme to the next one. So
Spike M. Shyamalan.
no, it's actually it was written by
Wait,
Jim,
what's it called?
The new one, Patterson.
Patterson. Okay. Let me guess the plot. I like this because this is fun. I want to guess
If you can guess this, I will give you my water.
Patterson. Okay. This is from Amazon.
It's from Amazon.
So they're doing something Spike Lee, so they're probably...
No, the first one was Spike Lee. This one is not.
Right.
In all fairness.
But I'm saying Amazon is doing it, so it can't be huge budget. It's medium to low budget. This is probably about a 20 to 30 million, which means...
Low budget. Paid for my house 80 times.
Right, which is not a... So that means this is not a huge action movie with a lot of special effects. It means it's a lower key drama. Patterson sounds like a street in suburbia somewhere. This is either a horror movie that takes place on like Patterson Drive or something like that. Just something's like Patterson, you know? Or it's got to be like a freaking Wes Craven film. Am I close?
No.
It's a giant action blockbuster.
No.
What is it?
It's about a bus driver. And he writes poetry about the things he hears on his bus routes.
Is his name Patterson?
Yes.
Ugh. All right.
Like I said, you're going from
Listen,
to...
I was at least in the right area with suburbia and all that
you were
crap.
in...
I was in the same state.
Yeah.
If not the same, like...
You weren't at the same stadium,
not
but
the same
you were on
county,
your way
but
to
yeah,
the stadium.
We're getting there.
You're here in Connecticut.
So
You're on your way.
Patterson is about a bus driver that writes poetry.
Yes.
That sounds awful.
And he lives
Just awful.
And he lives in Patterson, New Jersey.
Is that what it is? See, I told you it's about some place named Patterson. Nailed it. Low budget. All right, so while the subject was off, I think I'm claiming half credit on this
I'll
one.
give you partial credit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's going to be a few more Amazon stories.
Okay, we have titles?
For what?
And the Amazon movies?
No, that's the only original that's coming out. This is just another Amazon story. Coming
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh, wait. Before we move off of movie news, this will probably make Rob not care.
I think you got him there.
Yeah,
so,
I think so. He's like still not paying attention. So, yep.
So go on.
All right.
I'm sorry, what I wasn't paying attention.
I can't believe I blanked on this, but the movie where J.J. Abrams produced it, it was Shaky Cam.
I'm not talking about that.
What was the movie called?
That's all he wants to know is the movie.
God damn
Is
it!
it 8mm?
No, the other one.
9mm?
No, not.
No, that's a
9mm.
gun.
It was the one in like New York City. It was basically a monster flick.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that
You-
was bad.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
What was it?
Can't tell you.
Oh, all right. Listen, are you
Rob
gonna
forbids it.
make
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield? So so back in 2007 when Cloverfield was announced, there was basically a mystery trailer that came out that sort of announced the movie. It's sort of the same thing again. This is 10 Cloverfield Lane, I believe it is, and it takes place in a bunker, and it is supposed to be kind of a cousin to that original movie. Now it stars one of the stars. I can't remember the other two, but one of them is John Goodman.
Yes.
And I have never, ever seen a bad movie with John Goodman in it.
King Ralph.
Other than King Ralph.
Wrong, guys.
Have never seen Wrong
There
Guys.
we go.
But only two.
I've never
For a
seen-
prolific career, that's pretty good. I'm not even sure Alan Rickman could say that.
What about that one with Tom Hanks where he was a comedian and Sally Field, he was having an affair with her? There was one, too. He was her husband. That was pretty bad.
I got nothing on that one.
Punchline? It was Punchline.
What about Fallen? Was that a good movie or bad? Okay, Fallen was a good movie.
That was a good movie. Long story short, I think John Goodman.
2000.
That's an all-time classic, Doug.
That's a bad movie. That one goes on the list.
Long story short, I like John Goodman as an actor.
Well, rock on.
So I hold out hope for this, if only for the fact that the trailer does look pretty interesting.
Well, you get Amazon Prime, so you're going to watch it for free anyhow. So
Well, it's not an Amazon
Oh, The
movie.
Babe. There's a good one.
no, it isn't
That was
Amazon.
another good one. The Babe. That was horrible.
Wait. You're like, The Babe is a good one. That was horrible.
That's a good example.
It's a good example of a horrible movie.
Precisely.
Got it. Nailed it. I don't think... Well, he was in The Emperor's New Groove? The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, I got nothing. All right. Anyways, in movie news, I found that to be interesting. Search 10 Cloverfield Lane trailer. You'll find it online. You can see what the hell I'm talking about, but do it after the show. What else you got, Jay?
Stuff.
Ooh, stuff. It's my favorite stuff.
If you're an Amazon Prime member,
And I am
you can now get
You
20%
win.
discounts off of new games.
physical only, son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you know what? If you pre-order it, they
Yeah.
always have it at your door the day of the release anyhow.
That's true.
So
that's
I will save my $12,
That is pretty cool.
and I will still have it the same day, and I don't care if it's a physical disc. Because if I have a physical disc, at least I can go, yay!
Yay.
Not the cloud just exploded.
The cloud exploded again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
that's very cool. It does include limited edition games, so that's good, but it does not
Ooh.
include cover bundles, and you cannot get consoles either.
Aww. Well, I finally just got an Xbox One.
Finally.
I know.
You're only 2 years and
Listen,
2 months
I-
behind the times,
It's not.
and you haven't missed a thing.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Is there were still tons of great games on Xbox 360. It wasn't until now that I've fully exhausted good co-op games on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, but now you can backwards compatible them eventually.
Only if the game manufacturers do it, and most of them are not, unless they're an Xbox Studio one. So basically, you can't count on that at all.
But that's why it's a cool thing, because you just keep your 360 right next to when you're like input 2 instead of input 1.
Here's the thing. Once I move on to a new console, the old one just dies. I'm thinking about that, like for my old Xbox, even the one that I modded to all heck with NES games and all that other stuff. Anyways, that's sitting in a drawer right now. I have not broken that out since I got my Xbox 360. I haven't even looked at my Xbox 360 since I've got my Xbox One, and I doubt I will.
It's okay. She served you well for
It's
10
true.
years. So
Someday, in 15 years from now, when I am nostalgic for that, I'll break that out and be like, oh man, how do I convert HDMI to crazy futuristic Wi-Fi thing?
with this super duper adapter.
Yeah. So there you go.
It's all good.
Stupid ancient HDMI. Honestly, what were they thinking back in 2015?
Serious.
Freaking Neanderthals
Oh, let's trudge on.
using wires.
Serious.
It's all
You
optic
have-
brain power now.
You have Spotify, right?
I do. I
Wow.
was listening to it on the way here.
Oh, cool.
Now my voice is all squeaky because I've been talking for 5 minutes. This does not bode well.
If you have Spotify, very new feature that they're doing is you now get the story behind lyrics.
I am going to look at that.
Let me jump ahead to the end of the story to give you a hint. Just look for R&B and hip hop, because that's all that it's available for at the
Really?
moment.
So the two things I really don't listen to.
Well, just for demonstrational purposes. So anyway, while Brad looks that up,
Harum.
so basically Spotify, their true goal is to just bring people closer together,
Rap caviar beyond the lyrics.
closer together with
Ball
their
like
music.
this, featuring future Wiz Khalifa, and. All right, so where?
I'd keep the music low so it's not copyrighted.
sure. Now we can talk over it. Where are the lyrics? I see nothing. There's nothing on here.
There should be. I didn't copy that part of the story because I didn't figure.
All right, let's go to Jumpman from Drake. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Behind the lyrics. Halloween refers to Drake's October's very own OVO record label. Taliban refers to Future's Free Band's record label. Jumpman, 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 them boys up to something that spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country. So that's interesting. So There's highlighted words.
It's basically a poor man's version of pop-up videos for your
video.
music.
That's cool. So yeah, DJ Mustard, who is called Drake's favorite rapper, is famous for his hits with a tempo between 95 and 100 beats per minute.
There you go.
Hear that bird call? According to a professor at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, it's the sound of an American crow.
Call.
Yeah.
Where's Lynn Jones when we need her?
Drizzy's likely referencing Jordan's famous flu game during the 1997 NBA Finals when he scored 38 points despite severe illness. I just made rap nerdy. This is all. This is.
Did we really need a bird expert to tell us that it was the sound of a crow?
Maybe.
No, but it helps.
Listen, for people who live in the city who don't know what like a cow is,
Yeah, cow, yes. Crows, they're all over the place.
they're not in cities. You
Yeah.
ever
Yeah, they are.
No, the pigeons have that territory.
After Drizzy signed a deal with Air Jordan, MJ tweeted, "He's home. Welcome to the newest member of Team Jordan." At Drake.
There's a guy in New York City who trained crows to pick up quarters off the ground, bring them to a vending machine, and get food. And then the crows taught it to other crows.
That's awesome.
Crows in Japan have figured out in the Tokyo area, have figured out they can steal wire hangers from clotheslines
Right?
and incorporate them into their nests.
That's pretty cool. The Jumpman logo originated during a 1985 photo shoot. Jordan says he wasn't actually dunking, but doing a grand Jedi ballet jump.
Jedi Ballet.
Yes, Jedi ballet. So that's it. Yeah, it is basically a pop-up video. So I might listen to rap with the music off just to get cool facts,
Okay.
which really is listening to rap. But that's interesting. So there you go. There's an example of it. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
Little pop-up video. Pop-up video.
But right now it's only for hip hop and rap artists. So
Yeah.
but they're going to be expanding out. So no need to worry. Moving on.
Go on.
I found a new job for you.
Please continue.
NASA has now made the Planetary Defense Coordination Office
Fantastic.
their whole job.
These are the lyrics and the behind the things. They just sort of pop up as the song goes.
And no one's going to come out here to zoom in on just that.
No.
So.
That's fine. Don't bother. Don't, it's okay, Doug. Don't. No one cares that much about Spotify. Not even I do. Planetary Defense Office. Got it.
I just want to make sure you're still with us. So basically NASA
Continue.
said...
I got to get more water.
Okay, you do that. May as well top me off while you're in there.
Okay.
So basically, NASA has come along with the United States government and basically a bunch of other governments too and said, you know, if there's this large mother trucking asteroid that's coming for us, we'd like to know about it and we'd like to actually have some way of actually preventing it so we don't have to pull an Armageddon and have a bunch of oil drillers just going up in fictional futuristic space shuttles to drill a hole and make it explode. So, again, they have created the Planetary Defense Coordination Office, and they've earmarked $50 million for the near-Earth object observations and planetary defense. And that's more than 10 times the $4 million budget they had in 2010. So within 6 years, they've multiplied their budget by 10.
Hooray!
Yeah, you're back. Thanks, you hump.
No problem, you hump.
Let's see. So since scientists actually have started watching this, over 90% of the near-Earth objects, mostly asteroids, have come by us. They've been bigger than 3,000 feet, which is fairly sizable. That's how many football fields?
3,000 feet?
Yeah, and each one's 300, so 10. So things...
That's enough for a planetary changing event.
Yeah, so something that's 10 football fields in size, just kind of whizzing by the planet.
Nailed it.
Oh, look, there it goes.
How close, though?
Close enough to be like, oh, would you look at that?
All right.
So now the team is going to focus on objects that are 450 feet in size and larger.
Which could ruin your GD day.
Yeah, that'd be like, oh, you ever see Armageddon? Yeah, that thing was about 450 feet, and you saw what it fictionally did. Just wiped out, like, France or something.
Oh, the one that hit there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the whole thing in Armageddon, because the whole thing in Armageddon was much bigger than that.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know that. Let's see. So
I'm glad we're in agreement on fictional asteroids, but anyways.
Absolutely. So besides keeping an eye on stuff, the office will also issue warnings in case of potential impacts and help coordinate government agencies. with all kinds of stuff like this. They did say there's no need to worry. There's no imminent threat right now.
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to
Please
see
move
here.
along.
But they are
Move along.
they are working on formulating possible countermeasures should anything Armageddon-like come near us.
Missiles. Fire the missiles. And then take a little nap.
One thing they have is the asteroid redirect mission that's slated to launch in 4 years.
Still with that, they haven't come up with a better idea in all these years. Is this the put a rocket on it and divert it away from the Earth?
Kind of, sort of.
Into the sun.
Same plan.
It's like freaking a Superman movie. Superman came first.
I ruined it for Jay. I'm sorry.
Bastard. That's his job, not yours. Now, the asteroid redirect mission is going to determine if using the mass of another object to pull an asteroid slightly from its original orbital path can be used for planetary defense.
So this is interesting. So let me explain this.
Please do.
So this isn't putting landing a rocket on an asteroid. This is actually different. So you have a small asteroid, right? So whether or not you know it, anything with mass has a gravitational pull.
Like Peter Griffin.
Like that table is attracted to me from gravitational pull, as I am attracted to the table from gravitational pull.
I didn't know you swung that way.
I know, but you know.
So let's say this is Earth, and here comes Mr. Asteroid.
So-
Hi, I'm Mr. Asteroid.
So
Here
then
I
the
come.
probe comes up, and it doesn't land here,
Oh,
but it
hello.
holds off of the probe, and it will be attracted towards the probe. But then it'll fire its rockets a little bit to keep further away from the probe, and then it'll get attracted again, fire its rockets to keep away from the probe, and because
goodbye,
that will be
Mr.
attracted
Yay.
towards the probe from gravity, it will just keep just a little bit off of away from it, and in theory, that asteroid will be gravitationally attracted towards that probe, which keeps just staying a little bit off of the
So it's
asteroid.
dangling a carrot to an asteroid. Over here, over here.
That's
over
exactly.
here,
It's a
over
gravitational carrot. That's actually a really good way to think about it.
Here. That's awesome.
And the idea is, you know, when you're way, 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 way far away from the Earth, because think of it this way, like for an asteroid to hit the Earth, it's like hitting a bullet with another bullet. It's really, really, really hard to do.
Not
so
impossible,
if
but
you, if you
really
move
hard.
that bullet just the littlest bit, when it's still like,
Way
you know,
the
it's
hell
left
out
the
there.
barrel, but it's way the hell out there, it'll never hit the other bullet. All it takes is to move it just teeniest amount when it's out there. It'll miss completely the other bullet. So the idea is, if you send a spacecraft off there to gravitationally keep off of it, even just moving it that teeny eensy little bit, that teeny eensy little bit of gravity from that probe will be enough to move it to keep it from colliding with Earth.
That's really cool.
Kill us all! Kill
us
all human.
Kill-
Kill
oh.
all-
Hey, baby, you want to get together and kill all humans?
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like the, it's like, yeah, when you move, like, the little laser pointer down here just this much, it doesn't move that much. But when it's all the way up there and you move it
Right.
that much, it moves like this.
Exactly.
Because it's just going.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I can see
A little change of course here, a lot of change of course there. Anyways.
Exactly. But along with the first thing I told you about, the redirect mission, NASA and the ESA, the European Space Agency, is also putting together a project called the Asteroid Impact and Deflection Assessment, or
So
ADA.
basically, instead of having a probe that just keeps just off the surface, they're more like, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Let's launch the heaviest effing satellite we can and crash it into the side of an Emmer effing asteroid. Yeah, science!
Kind of like the defense running into the player with the ball and just going and knocking him out of bounds.
Yeah.
Basically, here it comes.
Yep.
Yay. Physics.
Science
Yay. Awesome.
and explosions.
I don't know if it's going to explode. Well, something's probably going to explode
Yeah,
somewhere.
that speed. Yeah.
One way or another, something's going to go boom. Here's your public service announcement from the Not So Late Show. Microsoft, as of right now, no longer supports Internet Explorers 8, 9, and 10. So if you have those, you're shit out of luck. You're not going to get any security updates, and hackers are going to take over and blow up your computer.
But if you're using Internet Explorer, they probably already have.
That's true, too.
Nailed it.
And you have one of these. I'm mildly jealous.
Uh-oh.
Amazon is now making a baby Echo
Oh, yeah, I
It
have
is a
the
smaller-
full-size Echo. You
Yeah,
should
you-
get an Echo.
to control my what?
Your Philips Hue thing, which doesn't have any lights yet.
Exactly. When I actually get a Philips Hue light bulb or 20 that I can control the house with, then it would make sense.
Yes.
Alexa, turn my shit on. Yes, master.
That is my favorite thing. I seriously use it every time I walk out of the room. I'm like, Alexa, turn lights off. Alexa, turn lights to 20%. Alexa, turn lights to 40%. It's like, make up your goddamn mind.
Alexa, red alert. Oh,
Yeah.
Which you can probably do
I
that
really,
too.
really, really want to call a computer, and I would have never thought of that if you hadn't told me. So
You're
now
right.
I'm just constantly disappointed every time I walk in my room. Thanks.
You're welcome. So, the Echo, as we were just talking about, accepts voice commands. It can...
Which, by the way, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a black cylinder about
It's about...
this tall.
It's a little taller than that.
It's about this tall, and
that
about
big?
yeah, it's pretty tall. And it's a really actually nice Bluetooth speaker, but you voice commands that can control stuff like your Philips Hue lights, or you can play Spotify or Pandora or all sorts of other stuff through it. You can order stuff through Amazon if you really wanted to. I haven't done that yet. That's dangerous. 'Cause I'll mumble shit in my sleep and have stuff show up from UPS that I have no clue where it came from until I see my credit card bill.
Alexa.
Order lots of chocolate. Lots and lots of chocolate.
Oh, wait. And then order me a treadmill.
Yeah.
Gonna work some of that off.
Yep.
2 days later. What the fuck?
Where did 1500 charge? God damn it.
Not even that. You just walk out your door like, good. What the hell is that?
Yeah, you ever tried to return a
treadmill?
treadmill? Yeah, no.
That's all right, because you just call and be
You
like...
didn't have a hernia using it, so you have a hernia returning it.
That's all right, because if you don't use it, just be like, yeah, you sent me the wrong one.
Which one were we supposed to send you? Nothing.
Yeah, the not one.
The not treadmill
The
one.
not treadmill one.
The chocolate, just the chocolate.
So anyway, the new smaller Echo is going to be... That one's this one, so it's about wee big.
About 4 feet off the ground. Got
It's
it.
about 4 feet off the ground.
Yep.
It's actually designed to fit in the palm of your hand. But it can't accept voice commands
What is the point?
because it's battery operated. So doing
What
the
is
voice
the point
commands...
that it can't? That's the whole thing. That's the whole awesome thing with the freaking Echo is that you can be like, Alexa, do shit. I'm too lazy to move my goddamn fingers on a phone that's in my pocket. So please do stuff for me so I can be even lazier. So you're going to get a little one that's like...
Well, it's the fact that it's
You're
more
going to
portable.
control it from your phone, right?
Yeah.
What's the point? The whole point of... Because if I have my phone, I'll just do shit on my phone.
Well, it's the fact that they want it to be more portable because Alexa has to be plugged in at all times, correct?
Yes,
They want this to be a portable version.
but... That's the... Exactly.
Well, it's still
That's...
going to be a speaker.
Yay! Yeah. Like, all right, follow me on this one. The whole point of this is so I can be lazy. So,
Lost me.
yeah, you lost me too.
But wait, so you're going on a
But
rant.
you're taking a speaker.
Oh, you're going on a rant before I finish goddamn
You're
story.
taking a speaker. The whole idea is to be portable.
Yeah.
So you want to take it with you, like in the car.
Yeah.
It has a fucking stereo system.
Not when you're on the beach.
Yeah, because exactly what I want to do is carry a little portable. No.
You want the slightly better news?
Go on.
It'll have a push button to activate Alexa.
So, wait.
Like I said, you ranted before I finished the story.
So you have to be like, button, do shit.
Yes. But at least you don't have to get up to do the shit. You just have to hit a button to make it do shit.
Ah, that feels like too much work. If I wanted to push a button to turn on my lights, I'd move to the 19th century. Thank you very much. Or my grandma's old house, which had the weird ass push button, like it had like the 2-button on off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like in case for those of you who have never seen one of those old houses where like the light switch, it's not like the flick up or flick down or the whatever the
Push for on,
Leviton
push for
panel
off.
with that. There were actually 2 buttons. One was like on, and then the other button would pop out on the bottom, and then you'd push the one on the bottom and it'd be like off.
Yeah.
So weird.
I think my house had that when I first moved in.
I think it still does.
There is a chance. No, I replaced all the switches. There is a chance that, and it's not clear yet from the Wall Street Journal, but could be that for the small portable version, they will have an AC adapter and then when you plug it in, it will be like the full-size Echo.
That would make more sense.
But that's not confirmed and unknown as of yet.
Okay. I do like my Amazon Echo though. I do recommend
It's
it.
very
If you,
cool.
especially if you have like lights you can control from that, it's good. If you can also control other stuff with it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was cool when we were in Hawaii and you were just turning the lights on and off in your bedroom.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
kind of funny.
lights on, lights off. I can
Lights
just
on.
imagine your dad outside and be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
On a side note,
Yep.
that's what you were going to say. You said on a side note. And
I
then,
forgot the whole thing.
Must not have been that important then.
Apparently not. Oh no, I remember.
Hooray, we're back.
Okay. So I have been looking, I have tried every sort of remote on the market that you control with your phone, so you can control your home electronics.
Right.
I am finally ready to endorse one.
Oh boy.
The Logitech Harmony is an utter piece of shit. Avoid it at all costs. Awful.
So you're
Awful. Avoid Logitech Harmony. God awful.
So your
Fuck that thing.
endorsement is an anti-endorsement.
I've got 2 others.
Oh, good.
There's like a Philips like Blue Moo or something like that.
I think that's an ice cream, is it? Oh wait,
Probably.
That's True Moo. Never mind.
Worthless.
Okay.
Awful. Worthless. Avoid.
Okay. Number 3.
The Peel, P-E-E-L,
Yeah, they make the smart remote.
smart remote.
for phones.
Yes. Touchdown.
Really?
Touchdown.
Well, I think it's fair to
Amazing.
ask. It's fair to ask, what are you using this device to do?
To control my TV and home stereo system just from my phone. From like a remote on my phone.
Right.
Right.
So basically,
You'd think it would be that simple for the other ones, but it's not, because for the other ones, it's like you turn it on. Sorry, I didn't mean to spit on your phone
no,
there.
it's not. I just saw.
I still did. No, you think with the other ones, but like for Logitech it's like if you want to turn on your TV, it just doesn't turn on your TV, turns on your TV, changes the channel, turns on the lights, starts your fucking car, turns it off again for good measure, then turns it on, then turns it off, then rings the horn and sets off the car alarm, then sets your home security system, calls the cops, tells the cops, sorry, that was an accident, and then tells them to go back home, then swats you just for fun, and then turns on the TV, and your home stereo turns it up to 90, back to 10, 90, 85, 90 again, back to 10, then a comfortable volume level, and then to news. Because it insists on stupid macros that are awful. Awful. If you just wanted to create a custom remote for your phone, no. No.
It's.
No. No.
I have Peel Smart Remote.
No.
I never use it.
Oh, yes.
I never use it, so I disabled it.
However,
But wait, there's more.
the Philips Blue Moo
Yeah.
just doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
That poor cow.
Like if you in Logitech, if you want to get to your remote for your devices, you have to dig like 4 menus deep. Like, oh, there's the one for my TV, and then you can't even customize it. It's like this is locked in, and it's in a horrible order and awful. But for the Peel Smart Remote, used to not be good, used to force to go you to a browser, but now you can just go to a remote.
Good.
A very simple remote. And you can take different devices and combine buttons on the same screen into whatever order you like and however you like you like it to look. So I can have buttons to turn on my TV and my Xbox, turn up my stereo system, and on my TV, and input for my TV and input for my stereo system.
Can you turn your Xbox on with it?
Yeah!
Really?
All on the same page.
Without the Kinect?
I have a Kinect.
Oh, you got one?
I got a Kinect.
Oh, good. So now you can yell from downstairs, Xbox on!
Yeah. So,
You've been watching TV for a very long time, by the way.
I fell asleep with it on, and then the TV shuts off, but the Xbox stays on.
I was going to say, because you've been on for like 5 days now.
Nailed it. Yeah. And
Hey, Brad's on. He's still watching TV.
Yes.
Okay. No,
Judge-
he's at work
Brad's
right now.
watching
so-
Judge Judy. What?
Yeah, good for him.
So the Peel Smart Remote, I like it.
Gives the Brad seal of approval.
Brand seal of approval.
Oh, good.
I also believe it's not terribly expensive. Oh, also, here's what else I like. So the other ones, like Logitech and Peel, force you to go through Wi-Fi, which means setting up is just a bitch.
Now, what mine would do because I have infrared built into my phone.
So you can just use the app.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Cool.
So for the Peel Smart Remote, it makes you, for like Logitech and the Bluetooth, makes you go through Wi-Fi, which I suppose is interesting because then in theory you can turn your TV on from like, the other side of the fucking world. Great. Did I leave the stereo on? Boop, boop. I don't know because I don't have a webcam.
It would be kind of cool if your dad has a problem, so he's like, okay, we're going to do a video conference call, and I'm going to control the TV from here to unfuck up whatever you did. Beep, 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 beep. There you go. All set. Now leave me alone.
Then I'd have to get him to figure out how to use a video conference call. That's a whole nother.
Oh, yeah.
That's like saying you'll pull the thorn out of your dog's paw when your dog calls you on the phone.
That'd be cool.
Right. But anyways.
I want Susie to do that.
But the Peel Smart Remote is low power Bluetooth, which means unlike Smart Remote or the Philips Bluetooth, you don't have to plug it in.
Good.
It takes a couple AA batteries. That's it. I've had it for 6 months. The battery's down to 86%.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That is
So,
very low power.
The thing
Bluetooth.
is about this big. It's portable, wireless. Put it anywhere. Instantly connects from your phone. Just works.
And that's all Brad's
I
ever wanted.
normally don't endorse stuff like that, but really it's glorious. There you go.
If Brad is willing to endorse it, you know the damn thing's gotta
Yeah.
work. So
But Philip, the Logitech Harmony, awful, and Blue Moon just doesn't work at all. Junk. Hasn't even worked enough for me to be that mad at it, other than the fact that it just doesn't work. Like literally, it doesn't work. There you go.
moving on.
Sure.
As long as you're okay with your endorsement. I mean,
Sure.
I don't
I'm
wanna,
good.
I don't want to cut you short.
I'm fine.
In the event
Of an emergency, please turn to us on TV
No, don't
for
because
further instruction.
because you're gonna die. Hate to tell you. In the event that you find yourself on Mars, scientists have now found a way that you can make concrete with what is on Mars.
P.
No.
Well, if you grind up the rock really hard with another rock and then pee on it, that'll probably do concrete. Or at least get close.
No. What you have to do is you have to heat sulfur until it melts.
There's sulfur in your pee.
I don't think enough to make concrete.
How much water did I drink?
I don't think enough. You're going to have a very small amount of concrete.
All right.
So you have to heat sulfur until it melts, mix it with an equal part of Martian soil, and let it cool.
All right.
And the finish, concrete is very strong and very easy to work with and recyclable. You just have to reactivate it, and then you can redo things.
Neat. I guess.
Well, just think of what that means. So instead of having these temporary NASA, like you saw in The Martian, you know, they have these basically pop tents type
Here's the problem
things.
with concrete. Now, generally okay, but it is porous.
It is. And there's not a lot of water up on Mars.
Well, at the poles. There's also not a lot of atmosphere. Which
Tiny
means
bit.
if the concrete is porous, very, 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 very slowly, you will lose atmosphere. Over like months and years.
There's so little.
Which I suppose it means you could recover it, so it really doesn't matter. So never mind, that point's moot.
You proved yourself
I
wrong.
outscienced myself.
Take that.
Are you looking at FU University, Rob?
Yeah.
All right then.
Have you seen their telescope control room?
No, but that's pretty neat.
Oh, you need to see it.
Okay. I see it from here.
You can't see the details though.
Can't
you're,
I?
You're forgetting this is Eagle Eye over here.
Yeah.
You probably can.
Florida International? What am I looking at?
Right now I'm looking at a
Well, I know that much. I can see that. That's cool. They got a whole station there. Neat little logo at the bottom you're pointing at. That's pretty sweet. It looks like kind of a chevron with a little
The
star.
sweetest land party ever.
Or kind of looks like a what call a star.
Destroyer.
No, one of those like the measuring things. Screw it. Anyways, a star like a astrolabe.
You are so,
Astrolabe. Astrolabe.
you are so close and then you went so far.
Really?
Yeah,
It's not an astrolabe?
yeah. It's not.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
All right, nailed it.
It's a Starfleet
I was like, it looks like that, but it can't be that.
Oh, but it is.
Notice the way that this whole thing is set up.
I noticed that. Yes, fine.
It should have given it away immediately.
Probably. Where's the goddamn fishbowl in the wall? Is that it there?
That's right there, yeah.
Is that a fishbowl?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, well, Mr. Can see all the detail.
There is the same model of the Enterprise on the speaker in the front that Jay has.
Yay.
Hooray!
So it's the crappy Enterprise.
Wait. Why has there never been a Lego Star Trek?
Probably can't get the licensing.
Paramount said no. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Paramount says no to a lot of things when it comes
That's
to Star
true.
Trek.
Paramount is awful.
They're making the same money.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What's the name of Picard's fish?
Spot.
Oh, that's Data's cat.
Maybe they could both be named Spot.
No. Moving on.
Doesn't
Have
have a
you-
name.
It does. Have you seen
What
the...
is it?
I'm not going to tell you now.
I'm just going to look it up.
It's Livingston.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you seen the 8mm camera that Kodak is coming out with?
We did a whole thing on it last week where I said it's pretty cool, and you guys are like, it's like the $50 to $75 cartridges.
And you get digital movie back.
Ooh.
I couldn't remember if I did it last week because I deleted everything.
You didn't, but I did.
Here is something that I am mildly interested in, and one day I might get it. Samsung's Ultra HD Blu-ray player is going to be coming soon, i.e. late February, early March. It would look phenomenal on your...
Yawn.
No, it's going to look phenomenal on your TV and you know it.
Yawn.
4K video,
Physical media.
4K media, HDR media.
Yawn. Done with physical media. Done. D-U-N done.
You know how many hard drives you're going to have to get all the stuff that you're going to get on disc?
D-U-N.
Done.
Done.
So how are you going to get your 4K media? How are you going to utilize that new TV you got?
Download.
Okay. And how much hard drive space are you going to need?
Per movie.
Yeah, because Blu-ray is
About
about 20.
37 to 50 gigs if it's encoded in H.265.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have a huge movie collection. I'm one and done with this stuff.
20 movies and you'd fill a terabyte worth of space.
Sure.
That's a lot.
I don't have a need to hoard movies.
It's a collection. That's why it's a DVD collection, a Blu-ray collection. You collect them. You have movies. You can go back and watch at any time.
I understand the concept, but I'm gonna throw this out at you. If it's digital, that means I don't need the disc.
Correct.
And if I don't need the disc and it's digital, means I can get it at any time.
From where?
The same place you get everything else digital.
Yes, but then if you just keep it, you don't have to worry about it. It's like, hey, I'd like to watch this, and you just bring it up, and you're watching it. You don't have to go re-download 50 gigs of movie.
That's not a lot.
Well, it is.
You can stream that now. The future!
If you have fast enough internet.
The future!
See YouTube tilting up the quality, and then and now a movie is like 25 gigs.
The future!
Hey, hold on. No, cut away.
I know what he's doing. I don't even have to look, and I know what he's going to do.
All right.
The future.
We've never done that before.
I don't know.
Probably because we're afraid of breaking the damn thing.
It's just a matter of shutting off the servo.
Future! Okay, anyways. All right.
So anyway.
I'm just saying the whole fact that it's digital means it can be on demand, which means you don't need to have a huge collection.
No, you don't.
Takes the fun.
If you don't want to collect that kind of stuff. If you do.
There's a certain, how do you say je ne sais quoi? To collecting stuff that is like
Oh,
really
who cares?
like that you absolutely love. Like I could totally see you owning like some super duper special edition of Spaceballs in 8K or 4K?
Special edition of Spaceballs.
I would.
Jay would.
I absolutely would. Because I love that movie. Are you kidding me?
Now, what type of extras we talking here?
All
Talking
kinds
like
of.
a couple disc set, storyboard.
Rick Moranis in your living room in an easy chair.
Oh my God, that'd be phenomenal.
Does he have the helmet?
Of course.
Yeah.
You
No,
have-
no,
you-
he doesn't because it was included with the special edition. Now Jay does.
Yes, no, I own the.
Make him wear it.
Oh my God, I would in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
Of course, he wants nothing to do with the project.
And it would actually
Although
almost.
with that helmet, that would be like normal size for him.
I was gonna say that just barely fit.
Who, you?
Yeah.
I do have a large.
It would
head.
look like a normal Darth Vader helmet on him.
Yay.
That is a good point. Put it on the front of your car.
Oh, that'd be cool. You know, I can't find that for my Avatar on Xbox.
The
The huge dork helmet, the dark helmet.
Dork helmet, yeah.
dork helmet. No, right the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you buy one of those?
I don't know. You can buy the Vader helmet, but I'm like, no, it's not the same.
I'm looking now. Go on.
But anyway, I'm gonna go back to my story. Whether you're a hater,
Someone's
of
got
it
a
or not-
birthday coming up.
Yeah, it's you. Anyway,
February 9th.
so Samsung has said they're coming out with their HD Ultra Blu-ray player. It's gonna be $400.
Not terrible,
No, I was gonna say you didn't shudder.
but
So,
not doesn't really matter anymore.
You can actually pre-order now from either Samsung's website or Amazon.com. It's a disc player like you've always seen, small arc on the bottom edge. It'll do everything from 4K streaming apps to 3D Blu-rays. It'll even rip CDs to you, or for you, to a USB drive right through it, so you can do it in WAV or MP3. Samsung is collaborating with Fox on the UHD rollout, and their first one's out with the player. You don't get it with it, but they're going to be out at the same time. It's going to be The Martian, Wild, Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, Pan, and others, which they haven't announced quite yet. And they haven't had a chance to play with any of the devices yet, but they do say that by the looks and what they were shown, it does seem very fast and capable.
Is that close?
That is very close. Oh my God! Not for that price.
But it's
Yeah, it is, but yeah, but you got to get the freaking thing with the tie, and then you have to get the two things up here so it looks like balls. And
but
I don't think she comes with it
I know.
or for
Well.
it or anything.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Hey, I got another Amazon story.
What a surprise.
In celebration for their Golden Globe Awards, they are offering a discount on Amazon Prime subscriptions.
But only for new members.
Correct. So if you do not have Amazon Prime, Mom and Dad, and you would like to have Amazon Prime, Mom and Dad, you can now get it for the low, low price for a 1-year subscription for $73. It is actually starting tonight at midnight. So if you're watching the midnight replay,
If you're watching tonight.
if you're watching midnight
after
replay, you can go right
midnight.
now.
But don't. Do it after the show.
If
It's
you're
not going to go
watching-
in the next hour and a half.
Yeah, that's true. If you're watching live right now at about 10 o'clock,
Don't bother because it's not
not
until
there.
midnight.
that's true. And just in case you've never heard of what is this Prime, what do you get with it? Well, I'm going to tell you. You get 2-day shipping
Hooray!
on million of items.
By the way, going out, that's 2 days from when they decide to ship it.
I have never had an issue with that.
I've never had issues with their 2-day shipping. Sometimes they're a little off because I had to buy a couple filters for my vacuum because evidently it broke. So it's like, oh, you're going to get it on Sunday. I'm like, no, I'm not. And it's like, congratulations, I'm placing your order. You'll get it Tuesday. I'm like, but today's Friday. It should be here like Monday.
Sounds like you have had that problem.
Well, it's not a problem. Just saying. But you get free 2-day shipping on millions of items. You can order soda in a glass bottle. They do have that. I've seen it. You get Prime Music, Prime Photos, Prime Video. And if you're a Top Gear UK fan, they're coming to Prime eventually.
Long story short, if you order a lot from Amazon, it's worth it.
And don't forget, you also get the 20% off of video games, too.
I did my taxes today.
Already?
Yeah. Which
You can't file until the 19th, per the government.
Nah, the hell with them. I already filed. And it was accepted by the IRS.
It's accepted.
I got an email. It said, wait, hold on. If you don't believe me,
Oh, I believe you, but They had a notice that came out that said you will start accepting applications on the 19th.
Federal electronic return accepted.
How much are you getting back?
A lot.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's a good day. But anyway, so
Like your bonus a lot?
no, about a fifth of that.
That's still not bad.
No, that's pretty good.
What are you buying me?
Goodwill.
A whole store?
No, just like a sweater.
Oh.
It's like $3, right?
I really just wanted a cookie.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I can manage a cookie.
Yes.
But as part of that, you always check for itemized deductions, and you always look at like the sales tax thing, because like, did I spend more in sales tax, or or should I take the table deduction? And if you don't do your own taxes, it's all blah. Anyways, so
I have a guy.
Rap music, flooring, and now Amazon, whatever.
I went on Amazon because I pretty much 99% of the stuff I buy from Amazon, right? You can actually get an Excel sheet, like a comma separated values of everything you ordered. Like you can generate reports of like stuff you've ordered. So I did everything I ordered in 2015 and paid Connecticut sales tax on.
Wow. What'd that amount to?
Like everything I've ordered from Amazon, like $5,500. Yeah. But keep in mind, this is stuff like toiletries, like Kleenex, toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. Plus, you got a lot of stuff for the Simsbury Fly-In, which is coming back in September 4th.
11th.
Damn.
Yeah, it was going to be the 4th, actually. You were correct. We moved it just because it's Labor Day weekend.
So you put it on 9/11?
Oh, it's either that or the weekend of the freaking Big E, and that's no.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. So
No, let's go to
it'll
the
be-
Big E or the Simsbury Fly-In.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go to the Big E.
it'll be the 11th.
Okay.
But
Oh, I can wear my 9/11 pin.
there you go. So for that, yeah, you bought a lot for that. So like, I spent $5,500 on Amazon last year.
Insane.
Yeah, it's kind of like holy crap. It was like over a couple $100 in taxes. Bastards. I'm getting Connecticut back too. Yay.
Yay. I'll find out.
Which is enough for a nice dinner. That's about it.
Yeah. I gotta wait for my bank to say, here's how much we raped you for. Thanks.
I didn't get enough interest to even generate a statement. You have to get at least $20 in interest to get a statement. I get so little interest from my bank that.
No, I just mean for my mortgage.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because you do get to write that off the interest. So
That's the only thing that saves me.
yeah.
Moving on.
Okay.
And as we mentioned at the top of the show, David Bowie has left us. But what you might not know or remember was that
This is ground control to Major Tom.
I think you're about 30 years off on your timing.
Really make the that's David Bowie.
Yeah, but I said 1999.
Oh,
I'm thinking that's well before that.
yes, it is.
Okay.
But it's one of the songs.
Yes. He, in 1999, quote-unquote, starred in a video game.
Yes, I remember this, and it's free now, right?
It is.
What is it?
It was called Omicron, the Nomad Soul.
Okay. What platform was it on?
PC.
All right.
It is a PC game. He is basically the dude, the trippy dude that's in the game.
He is the
And
dude, like the Big Lebowski dude.
The dude. Yes.
Oh no, it's not, but it's different.
The
Go
man
on.
and his music are featured in the game. You can now download it from today until the 22nd by going to Square Enix's, or Enix, how do they pronounce it?
I think Enix. I think you're right.
So if you go to Square Enix's website, you type in Omicron. It's the only game that is Omicron, so
Sure.
you won't get confused. You go to checkout, it's $10 normally. If you enter the promo code Omicron, OMIKRON, at checkout, you will get $9.99 off, and you can get the game for free.
You mean a penny?
No, it's $9.99.
Oh
They
yeah, I
give
thought you said it was $10. I'm like,
It's rounded numbers.
all right, fair enough.
So it's $10. They will give you a credit for $10, and you get it for free.
Yay!
Yes. So I did this. I went like, oh, this seems easy. So I did that. I was like, we will send you an email on how to do your shit. Okay, cool. So I do that. And it's like, here's your email with your shit. I'm like, cool. Click the button. And it's like, well, you have to go download Steam. I'm like, oh, there's the catch.
So Steam's easy.
Well, yeah, Steam's easy. So you have to download Steam. You have to make a Steam account. Then once you make your Steam account, you log into Steam.
What happens after that, Jay?
No, I
Don't
can't
leave me in
tell you.
suspense. Tell me. Tell me, man. Tell me. Or don't tell me. Check your email. Whatever.
And when you read it, you'll understand. When you get to your Steam account, you activate, you go in, you click on your stuff that you're waiting for, you use your activation code from the email that you got to activate the game, and then you can actually go and play it. But they give you step-by-step instructions, so it's not horrible. But it's a free game. Free game.
It's one of my favorite 4-letter F words,
Food?
amongst others.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's not 4, but yeah, sure.
Fart is a good one.
Yep.
Diebold, which is a security company.
Yes, it is. Diebold. Is it Diebold or Diebold?
When I talk to the alarm companies, they pronounce it Diebold.
Are you talking to Diebold?
Yes.
Oh, well then there you go.
When you're at the grocery store
Uh-huh.
and you see chocolate, it's
I buy it.
what's the one thing you hate?
People.
Lines. So you get all your stuff, you're like, all right, I want to get the hell out of here. You get to the line, there's 6 old people with 500 things, they have 200 coupons, and you're just like, I'm going to be here forever. Well,
I've come to loathe Stop and Shop. It's the worst. For some place that has such high prices, in order to get checked out of that place is a nightmare.
I do it myself. Self-check.
Even that, but like,
I'm
seriously,
like,
like,
bam.
I'll do that at the self-checkout, and it'll be like, cannot find item, error.
As I say, I've never had that issue.
Oh, it happens
once.
all the goddamn time. And then you're waiting for someone, and then, like, they take their sweet time coming over. They're like, they take, like, you know, it's like, 5 minutes coming over because they're either understaffed or too dumb. It's either one or the other. It's either you have some overworked smart person, like, running around like a nut and they can't get there, or someone else who's just, like, navel-gazing. It's really, there's nothing in between there. And really, like, I'm at 50% with Stop and Shop of just leaving all my groceries at the end there and just walking out. Like it was like seriously like seven minutes later, I've got like hamburger and all this, and all I'm trying to do is like check out stuff, and I can't get anyone to help me, and I've got like $100 worth of groceries just sitting there, and I just like, and deuces, and just gone. It's like, you know what? No,
I've never had that issue once.
it's happening repeatedly.
Which one?
Simsbury.
Oh, really?
Awful.
Oh, it's because they're too rich to give a shit about you.
Awful. So it's like, all right, fine. You know what? You don't have time now. Go ahead and deal with this. Go put all this back. I don't care anymore.
I've been to both Stop and Shops in Torrington. Never had issue one. Everything works.
I've never had an issue in Torrington.
So it's just Simsbury, a bunch of a-holes.
Yeah, that's happened to me multiple times in Simsbury.
Well, then
never had a problem in Torrington, although I don't shop much there in Torrington. It's mainly when I walk in and out and get freaking Snapple with Chinese. So never a problem in Torrington. Simsbury, though.
You should stop going there then.
It's
probably the only supermarket up there. But
well, like when it's like, 10 p.m. at night and Geisler's is closed, I'll drive the extra for Geisler's or something like that. But anyways.
So anyway.
Still got awful.
Yeah. So anyway, Diebold is trying...
I don't know how we got here, but go on.
Yeah. I don't ask anymore. So Diebold is trying to make this... We're going to call it a thing. I'm going to call it an app.
Oh, great, a thing. They're making this thing. Thank you. All right, next news story.
No, stop. They're trying to develop an app. So basically, as you're like, oh, look at this lovely cantaloupe. I'm going to put it in my cart. You take your phone with the app for wherever you are, and you scan the cantaloupe. And it rings it into your phone. And you put it down. It's like, oh, look at this lovely box of cornflakes. Scan, put it in. Oh, look at this. And you keep doing this. And as you put things in your carriage, you scan it. When you get to the front of the class, you just say, here's all my stuff. How would you like to pay? Through my phone with my Apple iPay or Google Wallet.
Sure.
Dink. Would you like us to print your receipt for you? Sure. Have a nice day. And you leave.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. But I'm trying to figure out one thing. It's like, oh, here's a cantaloupe. Scan. Oh, here's $500 worth of meat. Don't scan, don't scan, don't scan. Throw it in there. Oh, I paid my $9. Have a nice day. Screw you all.
They probably do it like they do at BJ's.
Have people
check your receipts on the way out.
Armed guards, and they say
they're like, yeah.
And the ones at the door have no shits to give really, and like, yeah.
Well, if they see like, I don't see 4 filet mignons on here, I mean, it'll catch the obvious stuff anyways.
You're walking out with 9 televisions, like,
yeah,
close enough. So that's what they're trying to do, and that'd be really cool because you scan everything and then you have your total and you're just like, pay with my Google Wallet, pay
Yep.
with Apple Pay, whatever. Fuck you.
Yep.
Gone. Bye. That'd make things much easier. They'll probably do like Price Right kind of does, where you have
You
just
know
a
what I-
bagging station and just
You know what kind of makes more sense to me?
tell me.
Is you do it through NFC. All right, so yes, exactly. But you have, so everything always has like a price tag on it anyways, right?
They put a little tiny little.
Why don't you
chippy
put a
thing.
chip in there? So you're just like phone where you're like with Apple Pay, except you're not paying each individual time, but you're just like, okay, you go up to, all right, box of cornflakes. You're like, oh, I'm going to get some cornflakes. Boom. And it just adds it to the list that way. Rather than having to,
My cornflakes just went up $5 and the box is no longer recyclable.
yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Yay!
But,
Progress.
But then you're not like, all right, where's the barcode on this fucking thing? You know, that kind of
So inconvenient.
makes more sense. I'm all about removing steps.
Just get Peapod.
Yeah, they just bring food to you.
That's true. You could do that.
Not you. You live out
Or
in
I
the
could
boonies.
just use Amazon and
They
everything,
just
everything
bring
except for
stuff to
produce,
you.
and sometimes produce too if you live in a major metropolitan area, which we are not.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
None of us are.
Yes. I learned something interesting the other day. Someone had told me that so where all the grocers go to get their food, there's a place in Hartford called the Hartford Regional Market, which is essentially the wholesaler location for all the markets. So if you're in the market for 15 dozen eggs, that's where you can go. Or if you want to get like 4 gallons of milk or something like that. So if you're ordering like lots of food.
I just go to BJ's. I'm not gonna
BJ's
get.
is
I'm not gonna get you started.
I'm sorry. I don't know. BJ's. I've shopped at BJ's. I was a member for a couple of years. I never saved any money there ever.
I have lots.
Well, let me rephrase that. Like compared to Stop and Shop, sure. Compared to like Walmart or Price Right, no. Spend more there. It's not a deal. Costco, yeah.
See, Walmart bases their prices off the country. BJ's bases it off the population of where they are.
Right.
Because you go down to the
It's
Waterbury.
supposed to be a bargain. You're paying
Well,
to
no, I
shop
understand.
there.
I understand that.
That makes
I'm with
them a
you.
bad deal. That makes BJ's a bad idea. Here.
Right now they're the cheapest in gas. They're at $1.91.
I get gas for $1.84 in Bristol.
Well, you go there. You work
But
there.
that's
It makes sense for you.
But that's the thing.
I'm going to
They're-
Bristol to fill
They
it up.
are supposed to be the cheapest because you're paying a membership fee.
Right.
And yet you can go to gas stations less than 5 miles away and get cheaper gas.
I have gas right now.
Sure. I'm just saying BJ's is a rip.
On certain things, yes, I will completely agree. Where I'll go in there and I'm like, Walmart has that cheaper. I think like peanut butter.
Yeah.
BJ's had it for like the 2-pack, the big,
Yeah.
for like 10 and change, and then I go there
Except
and it's
I
like
can get a
$11.99.
small one at Walmart for less per ounce than I have to buy 2 giant trying to kill a school full of peanut allergies at BJ.
Fuck you, kids! You're peanut butter and jelly, all of you.
Yeah. I mean, really, but it's like that sort of stuff.
Right, but it's not meant for just, oh, it's you and your dad, or it's just me, and let's buy peanut butter. It's not meant for that. It's like, oh, we use shitloads of peanut butter.
Then why don't I just go to Walmart, buy several of the same big containers, and spend less?
I don't know. Why don't you?
I do!
Oh, well then,
Nobody's stopping you. In fact, there's more armed guards at BJ's.
That's true.
Gotta check your bag on the way out.
You want to know why they check it on the way out? Because it's expensive there.
that's true.
I'm going to be old and crotchety on the show today.
What do you mean you're going to be?
I am old and crotchety on the show today.
Yes, but in BJ's defense, because I'm,
Hey,
I am old and crotchety on this show.
yes,
Forever.
But when I was in BJ's, when the Xbox One and the PS4 were down to $299, they had it for $289.
That's a slight deal.
$10 is $10.
I'll give you that.
All right, and they've had other things.
can I have $10?
No.
Who's a girl? I like girls.
Quiet, you.
But I was just thinking about your NFC thing, which stands for Near Field Communication for those of you at home, which is basically what this phone has, and actually this tablet has too. Apple doesn't give a shit about it.
Yes, they do.
They do give a shit. Oh, with
What
the
do you think
Apple
Apple Pay is?
Oh, okay. So they kind of give a shit about it now. But basically, it's just very close. You just go. So here's a thought. I'm supporting your idea with NFC and all the little tags. Basically, you just...
Why don't you put that in the products and just walk out the effing door?
Well, kind of, sort of, but basically you just take your carriage, you just put everything in, you just put into this like scanner where you just like put the card in, it just NFCs everything. It's like, here's everything we picked up, and if it has like 500 boxes of cornflakes, you're like, no, there's only one in there. You know, you hit a button saying you effed up. But if it's just like scans it all, it's like, here's everything, here's your total, and you're like, that's about right. And you just say, bink, and you'll be like, okay, drag your ass.
I like it. I'm sorry, I'm shifting all around on you like a
You're
spider
being
monkey.
very shifty.
A spider monkey?
A spider monkey.
You're sitting way stiller than a spider monkey.
So I have bad news for you. Which I don't think you've ever done this, but I could see you doing this. So I have bad news for you.
I just farted.
That's bad news for all of us. Don't encourage him! Anyway.
Oh.
So Netflix is cracking down on proxy users, which you probably read about.
Doesn't affect me.
I was going to say, I don't think you would because, you can get Canadian stuff or Norwegian stuff or something. So basically what happens is that when you use a proxy server, which is basically you connect from here to
It's a relay.
Yeah, so you are actually connecting to somewhere in Norwegia or somewhere else.
Sure.
And then it bounces and brings you wherever you want to go. Basically, people are using that technology to say, oh, yes, I really do live in Japan. I want to see all my Japanese programming. And Netflix is like, okay. And they let you see all this stuff. Well,
Mainly it works the other way around where it's a proxy in the U.S. and international customers are using those proxies to look like they're in the U.S. so they can get Netflix, which really isn't such a big deal anymore because you can now get Netflix in all those countries, which is why they're kind of cracking down on Netflix proxy use.
yeah, which they said there's 190 countries that Netflix services. So
They don't
they have to
service-
get a lot of licensing from a lot of places.
They
So
don't
it's gonna take
service
time.
China, North Korea, Iran, or Pakistan.
So the a-hole countries.
Nailed it.
They have come. What the hell is it called? Oh, very appropriate. Netflix is launching something called Netflix Everywhere,
Okay.
and again, they're working on a lot of stuff with a lot of licensing with a lot of people in a lot of places.
I'm sure.
But basically, you're just going to have Netflix everywhere.
Hooray.
So Rob will have a wet dream of, let's see everything that's going and available in Japan right now. And it'll just be like, here you go. And it's like, I'm calling out sick for the next year.
Fair enough.
So since this is all happening, they're like, well, we're going to start cutting down where people are just going to pay their local fee of $8 a month or whatever it
Sure.
is. And they're just going to get all this stuff from other countries for free instead of paying the worldwide fee.
Worldwide radio voice.
So Hulu and iPlayer, I'm guessing that would definitively be an Apple thing.
BBC.
Is it?
Yes.
Huh. Well, how about that? I learned something. They've been doing this proxy thing for a while and cracking down on it.
Yes. BBC iPlayer. So you
Yeah.
couldn't watch Top Gear and all your Downton Abbey and all the other stuff. Yes, excellent.
Sad. So they've been,
Chip Chip Chitty-O.
yeah. So they've been dropping the hammer on that for quite some time.
Yes.
Netflix is now jumping in the party. Now, a cool thing
Okay.
that who the hell's their company dude that was talking about this?
Reed Hastings.
Yeah, that's the guy. They're like, oh, we're cutting down on the VPNs, we're cutting down on all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But we don't have any problems with account sharing. It's not an issue.
Oh.
It's like, I know people who have given their account logins to like 10 people.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how that's not an issue.
There is only one HBO account. Everyone just shares it.
Yeah, it's really the truth. But I'm like, if you say there's no issue, then I don't see one either.
Nailed it.
And there's only one, and they actually allow you in your service to share or have it with one other person, correct?
I haven't the slightest.
Oh, I had heard that, or maybe I just made it up. I really don't know.
Sure.
So, I'm just going to give everybody under the sun my login. I'm
Cool.
going to have to make a lot of login icons, though.
Yes, you are.
Because I just share mine with Missy.
Yes.
It's just like, here you go. So that's kind of cool.
Yes.
I don't know what they're going to charge for the worldwide thing, but I think it'd be very interesting to watch programming from everywhere.
I agree.
Right. And our final story,
Our final story,
and it has to do with
the very last one.
your mothership,
Okay.
ESPN.
I know what you're talking about.
It's where you work.
I don't know what you're talking about, but go on.
It says it on your shirt, actually, if you look on your sleeve.
Listen, buddy.
I don't know what you mean. Anyway, evidently, even though, who is your president?
John Skipper.
Yes. Even though he said this would never happen, evidently it's happening, and they are embracing esports. And they now have a dedicated section on the ESPN.com website.
I am super duper excited about this, and that is not the chip in my brain.
You're going to be part of this somehow, aren't you?
I am.
I figured you were. Because as soon as I read this, I'm like, he has already got his claws in this somehow, and
Yes,
I
I
have
do.
to find out how I can quit my job and help him do this and be happy. Anyway.
It's not super duper directly related, but I am working on stuff for it, and I am pretty excited about it.
No, fuck you. I know you. You're going to worm your way into this, and you're going to somehow run the whole goddamn thing.
Wow.
So for those of you...
Think of it this way. All
Go
right.
ahead.
Esports. Everyone. So I tell people about this, and they always look at me like I'm growing like just an arm out of the top of my head, like I'm out of my damn mind.
Is that what that lump is?
Yes, it is. The top. There were 200 players, esports players, in the world that earned at least $40,000 last year.
Phenomenal.
To put
Boy,
that,
am I doing it wrong.
to put that in perspective, the 150th ranked tennis player earned $40,000 last year. The 330th ranked golfer earned $40,000 last year, which means in the terms of popularity and money in the sport and players like earning a living and all that, right now it's somewhere between golf and tennis.
That's not
Which
so
is
bad.
which is considering its youth is think of it that way.
Yeah.
And you have stuff like League of Legends and Dota 2. Are you familiar with what these are? So like those events and like arenas out in LA and Seoul, Korea and all that, they sell out 40,000 people more sometimes. It sells out in minutes.
Which is better than some concerts.
Insane. And some of the championships last year, online streaming, concurrent, simultaneous online streaming, 14 million people for some of these events.
I was
I think it was for the Dota 2 championship last year. Nuts.
just recently.
Nuts.
I was watching Twitch for the Halo World Championship.
Exactly.
I was watching on Twitch while I was playing Halo.
I think Google bought Twitch last year or something like that for $1 billion. I think that is one of the most brilliant acquisitions they could have made.
Absolutely, because they trust me. If Google says, "Yeah, we're buying that whole thing. Here's $1 billion," they know when they see something.
I think they got a bargain. At $1 billion, I really, really, really do. I think they got a bargain.
I think they. I'm going to slightly disagree with you. I think they paid the correct price for what it is now, but with Google's power behind it and what they can do,
I think they could have.
they're going to make.
I think they could have. I mean, I'm sure
they probably could have gotten more.
You know the call sheets and financials behind that and all that. But I really think they could have paid $3 to $4 billion and still, this would have still been a good deal for them.
Yeah, but something tells me that.
I think at $1 billion in 5 years, people are going to be looking at that and going, yeah.
Yeah, but now that Google has it, they're backing it, and all the resources and everything they have, they're just going to push it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
And there's just going to be more. I mean, they've already got the Google Fiber going out, so they control all that. They can have the Google Fiber powering all this stuff to make sure they have the only best connections for everything everywhere. Make sure that everyone has the bandwidth so everybody can see this.
Yep.
I think it's phenomenal. I can't wait to see what it becomes.
I am super duper excited for esports. I really am.
Oh, I forgot to do the story. Yeah, we have about 7 minutes.
Go ahead.
So far, even though Mr. Skipper said he didn't want to consider esport to be a sport, those are his words. He's not saying that. Nah, it sucks. It's not anything. No, he's not saying that. He's saying it's not a sport, it's a competition. I can understand that. I can agree with that. You're sitting and you're playing. It takes skill. No lie, because I have none of it because I die a whole lot when I play online. Not a lie. He's saying it's a competition. Like when you play checkers, when you play chess, when you play games like that, it's a competition. You're playing against other people.
You know, people used to say, like, when poker first came on TV, that, like, why does that belong? I don't think anyone questions stuff like that now, though.
Yeah, because it's just evolved.
Yeah. Well,
Rob still does, but
coming from the non-sports guy.
Who amazingly a lot of the time knows more shit than some people around here.
Well, except for auto racing, which some people would also argue the same thing, wrongfully, I might add, but would also argue the same thing.
right. And I think it actually fits well with what ESPN does because ESPN has the X Games. That's just extreme sports. And
I'm gonna say, just
stay tuned.
I'm excited for it.
Good. But what the writer of this story said is that it's good to see that ESPN as a company aren't afraid to step out of their comfort zone and adopt a new era of entertainment, which I completely agree with. So I think that's fantastic. And I will still never be featured in it because I'm lucky if I can get more than 2 kills. Because I have 13-year-olds
Practice.
No, I have a job I'm at 12 hours a day, and I don't live in my parents' basement.
Practice.
Hey. 3 kills is my goal. Anyway. And then I have 12-year-olds teabagging me.
There you go.
Repeatedly. So anyway, that's the end of the news. That's almost the end of our show.
There you go.
So since we're almost at the end, Brad, what'd you learn today?
I learned that for the first time in a long time since I've been sick, I didn't get a good radio voice out of it. This is bullshit.
I was gypped. I demand to be re-sickened with radio voice.
Seriously, man. I mean, that was always one of the things, like, I was sick this past week. At least I could come on the show and be like, this week on the Not So Late Show. Actually, this isn't bad.
Yeah,
it's not great, but it's not bad.
And all you're doing is taking the voiceover from ESPN.
I've perfected my impression. This week on a very special Not So Late Show.
You think you do voiceovers for us?
Probably not.
What if you give him $10?
I highly doubt it.
I can imagine what ESPN pays him.
I don't know.
Who's the one who does it for?
I'd imagine it's American currency.
Probably. Who does Comedy Central use? What the hell's his name?
I don't know either.
Doug.
Who
does Comedy Central use for their voiceover guy, the comedian?
Kyle Kinane.
Thank you.
So, tell me, what did you learn today on the Not So Late Show?
Well, I learned that ESPN has some tricks up its sleeve in regards to e-gaming, so I'm excited about that. I learned that we lost a bunch of good people this week.
That's a huge bummer.
It is. It really is. And I think every one of them were due to cancer, too. Celine Dion's was cancer. Alan Rickman, I think, was aggressive cancer.
Alan Rickman.
David Bowie was, too, I believe.
Bummer.
Apparently the guy who composed the Donkey Kong and Tetris soundtracks died, too.
No! Also, the Grizzly Adams dude died. Yeah, Grizzly Adams.
That sucks. I had a teacher that I was actually friends with after all these years because he used to go to my gym. Then he got sick, and then he disappeared. Then I disappeared, and then he just passed away at least a week ago, too. So sorry to see him go. But you know what? Life goes on. We're going to make people laugh as long as we can or until Cablevision kicks us out.
or email us nslstv@gmail.com, facebook.com/nslstv, youtube.com/nslstv, twitter.com/nslstv. If you missed any part of the show, check out the Midnight Replay. Jay, you got anything else to say to the lovely audience?
Well, if it's after midnight, you can go get your $73 brand new subscription to Amazon Prime.
Ooh. Wow, that's fun.
I love the credits.
That's Halloween-y stuff. That is not Scott.
It might be Scott.
No.
That's
not Mark Blasco.
You don't know that.
That's still not Scott.
For some reason, we're going backwards and forwards. Hey, look, there's our email. Email us and tell us how much we suck.
Website.
Go to the website that might be on fire again.
On fire.
That's our Facebook account. Watch our Midnight Replay, or this guy will come to your house and eat you.
On the Not So
That's our
Late
Twitter
Show.
that
If I work at it, I can get this voice. Working at it. Brought to you by Rob and Doug at Cablevision Studios in Litchfield.
Give me a goddamn title.
Be sure to tune in to Neighborhood News coming up next.